Here's something dear to J.R. Jackson's heart. We're going to talk about why people hate Duke. So Grant Hill, Grant Hill, you're a hater. Grant Hill had some quotes, if we can pull that up, via Bleacher Report, and then we'll get into our take and whatnot. So here's what he said. Basically asking why people hate Duke. Because we had a lot of really good white players. The funny thing is, I played with Bobby Hurley and Christian Laettner. They were despised when we were on the road. And then he says, if you look in the crowd, it was nothing but white students at the games. It was white on white hate. I don't understand that. And then he follows up, they wouldn't get on me. They got on Christian Laettner. They got on Bobby Hurley. Interesting. So here's the one thing that I'll relate to, and then we'll get J.R. Jackson's take. Roll the video.
And Nolan Smith. And they're letting Greg Carlos hear it right now, I'll tell you that much. I don't think there's ever been a Duke guard that hasn't heard what he's hearing.
That is the one thing that I certainly think of when I think of, Duke basketball getting a bunch of hate and fans reacting to the hustle, gritty white players that they've always had. But why is Duke hated, J.R. Jackson?
Duke's hated because, as I was mentioning before, they're like the Yankees of college basketball because everyone expects them to win. It's the bandwagon team.
Because they're always there.
Yeah, and they're good every year, right? And then also, that's why everyone bandwagons, that they're just casual fans. But there's always the segment of the population that hates bandwagon fans, and therefore they hate the team that bandwagoners jump on. Now, this white aspect, I don't get how teabag has anything. Is that specific to a white person?
I just thought it was funny.
No, but Brad Nessa said he brought up Bobby Hurley and I think Christian Laettner, two white players. So I was like, well, is there something about teabag that is only associated with white guys?
No, it's just the fact that people love to go after the white players on Duke who are good athletes, like they're good players and whatnot, but you're talking about the Hurleys, the Laettners, the Cherokee Parks, the Chris Collinses, the Greg Pauluses, the John Shires, alma mater high school, those sort of guys. Like those are the guys that people get on. And I think Grant Hill was totally right. I think he's spot on.
Well, there's the thing. Also, Duke is known for being this is what I hear. I've never been. I don't know the community of North Carolina has and all this stuff, but they're known as this school that's very like uptight and snooty and elitist, and then rich white kids that look down at you. Not that that's always true, but I'm just saying that's a lot of times the way people view that school. So when you see a white kid playing for this good team that everyone bandwagons on, they go after the rich elitist white kid. They assume they're all like that. I think that's why they go after the white kid more than the black kid, because the black kid maybe they assume, and they're probably rich too, some of them.
Yeah.
They assume this black kid came in and he's coming from more humble backgrounds, and this white kid
which is what Jalen Rose and Grant Hill. Speaking to your point, when Jalen Rose called Grant Hill and Uncle Tom.
Yeah. I don't know Grant Hill's background, his home, how he grew up, and what kind of economic background he was part of. But people have this assumption because it's a rich white school with lacrosse, and lacrosse is such a rich white guy sport. There's the picture. I mean, I went to USC. You know all the slogans for USC, but when you're there, it's
fight on for
like
USC to victory.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what people call us and everything, and of course that's there.
Seriously, I don't.
Spoiled children, U.S. Universal Spoiled Children.
Universal Spoiled. Yeah,
of course. Bunch of kids walking there. They're the sons and daughters of CEOs, actors and stuff go there. Although actors and stuff go to UCLA because it's a big university in Los Angeles. Guess where it's there? Fucking actors. Anyway, so So you get that whole persona, which I was like, yeah, I knew a lot of rich, spoiled, asshole white kids at USC. I knew a lot of real, straightforward white kids, straightforward exchange kids, black kids, all that stuff. There's a mix of all those people, but people don't think of that when they think of USC. They don't think of that when they think they don't think that when they think of Duke. It's the same way.
Well, here's what I sort of think.
Except worse. It's like East Coast elitist stuff. That's even like deeper.
Yeah, elitist could be one way. I think it's just a combination of, oh, look at the hustle, look at the grit, like that sort of mentality.
But that spreads to all Duke players. People still hate.
It does spread to all.
People
Duke
still
players.
hate Shane Battier.
You know why?
Because
here's the thing. Every single game, right? Every single game, you'll always see a Duke player go like this when they're playing defense. Like, what is that about? Like, why do you need to do that? You know what I mean? It's so unbearable.
But that's the thing.
On every level.
Well, that's the thing. If they do that and then they play defense, I love it.
Bring it.
But you know what the problem is? Is they do that, and then when someone drives to lane, they go.
Yes. Yes.
That's why it's annoying. That's why it's annoying. Because if you pick up.
The grit taking a charge.
Yeah.
In the paint.
If you pick up your man at the half court and you smack the floor and you play defense all the way to the hole, and he shouldn't even get to the hole. then that's good defense. Like, you're playing grit defense. But if you smack the like, I'm going to do this, you're a pussy.
The players I remember who are probably the most hated in Duke basketball history, Greg Paulus, no doubt. J.J. Redick,
Yep.
Kyle Singler.
Oh, I forgot about Singler.
Bobby Hurley, Ryan Kelly, Mike Dunleavy, John Shire, Battier, as you mentioned, Danny Ferry, Christian Laettner, and Chris Collins. Hateable? Did you hate him did you hate him in their heyday? A lot of H's.
Some of those guys, but not all of them.
Who?
I mean, I didn't have a problem. I don't know if Grant Hill's on the list, but he should be. People dislike Grant Hill.
I suppose.
But
I think that's the thing, though. His collegiate career is overshadowed by the fact that we feel bad for him because of his NBA career.
But that's the thing. That's what destroyed his NBA career, in my opinion. I think he...
That he was injured all the time?
Well, that's the thing. The reason he was injured all the time is because he went to Detroit, and his career started like...
Yes.
Fantasy-like,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And then...
Great jerseys, by the way.
The turquoise ones, is that what he started?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated those ones.
Oh, I love them.
He started like you're like, oh, this guy might be a Hall of Famer from his first basket, right?
Yeah.
But he was in this blue-collar grit city of Detroit. He got injured, and not anyone anywhere else, but most people in any other city would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna nurse this ankle injury because I'm gonna be a Hall of Famer one day. But he was called soft. He's called weak. You can't come into Detroit and not play. What the fuck? And then so he started, and he took all that in, and he was like, yeah, I already went to Duke. People already hate me. They already think I'm soft. Because I went to Duke, play with all these rich white kids. Again, that's the characterization. So he's like, I'm gonna play on this bum ankle. And he destroyed it. And he destroyed his career because of it.
The Sprite commercials didn't say so, though.
Yeah.
He was jumping high in those commercials.
Yeah, so I mean, he even bought into it. And I think I don't know, I'm guessing again, I don't know Grant Hill, but I think he's a little upset about that.
Oh, I'm sure he
But
is.
it's his own fault because he bought into it. But he was trying to prove something to the team that he was drafted to. And that's admirable.
Very.
I have no problem with Grant Hill. I never really did.